Hey everybody, welcome back to May's episode of Cat Chat. It's our last episode of the year. Chris, I promised them a surprise. This is our surprise.
I mean, what a heck of a surprise, man. We got three great students representing Springfield High today. Got a little bit of a different backdrop today.
Outside
Jenna,
of the studio.
Absolutely. Jenna said we had a surprise. And our surprise was we was going to bring our studio to these three amazing students.
Yep.
And why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Ali Halim, and I'm currently a senior at Springfield High. I'll be studying political science somewhere next year. I'm not totally sure where it's going to be, but...
Hi, my name is Zoe Bisdorf. I'm a junior actually at Springfield High School, class of 2025.
Hi, I'm Hannah Madison. I'm also a senior at Springfield High School, and I'll be going to Haverford College next year.
Fantastic. So all three of these students are really going to take over Cat Chat today. They are going to be our student hosts. So Chris and I are going to step aside today and really turn the reins over to these guys because this episode is all about celebrating our seniors. So tell me a little bit about what you guys have in store for our seniors today.
So we will be asking them questions about kind of like their Wildcat experience here at Springfield High School and what their experience have been, what they've been involved in, and certain teachers that have maybe left a good impact on their life in high school.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, personally, I'm really excited for it. We haven't done an episode like this. We certainly haven't done anything outside the studio, so I'm just kind of excited to be in a different environment today and really just see what all of our seniors have to say. I mean, you guys know, Ali and Hannah, like 4 years is a long time to be in the same setting and have all of the experiences that you have. So I think that they'll have a lot of things to say.
Absolutely.
Sure. Awesome.
Well, let's let the pros get to work here.
Yes,
Shall we?
I'm excited for our senior celebration episode of Cat Chat. Let's get it underway.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Cat Chat. So today we will be discussing and celebrating our seniors. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
My name is Tristan Skipper. I'm a senior. I'll be either attending University of Louisville or I'll be going to Ball State University and I'll be majoring in computer science.
My name is Robbie Jordan. I'm a senior graduating in May. I'll be attending the University of Kentucky, majoring in kinesiology.
So have you guys enjoyed your senior year so far? I mean, like, we're getting towards the countdown of graduation. So how have you guys, like, enjoyed your senior year so far? Like, what have been, like, your top favorite things of being a senior here?
I would honestly say early release is one of my favorite things. Just being able to go to work earlier is a big thing for me. I just like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What do you do for your job?
I do screen printing actually for the school.
Oh,
so
that's cool.
I help make some of the Wildcat gear that some of the teachers get and
Oh,
some of
wow.
the students get. Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's really neat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
What about you, Tristan?
I say definitely my favorite things about senior year, you know, like, yeah, early release, like Robbie said, and like going home and be able to like relax before I have to like go to practice and stuff for all my sports. So like I definitely think that's a big thing. Also bowl with Robbie and like breaking a whole bunch of records for school.
Oh, yeah, your guys' boys team did really well. Didn't you win, like, the Clark County?
Yes, ma'am. We won the Clark County tournament.
Wow,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
that's really big for
Yes,
Springfield High
ma'am.
School.
Thank you very much.
And you said you wanted to major in kinesiology?
Yes, ma'am.
So what made
Kinesiology.
you want to choose that for your major?
So I tore my hamstring
Oh,
a
wow.
couple years ago playing baseball, and I had to go through a big physical therapy process and get surgery and everything, and just being like inside of like the scenario and just being around everything really opened my eyes to what I wanted to do in the future. And I really just visualized myself being able to like help people back from their injuries and just that kind of stuff in the future, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's
kinesiology
great. That's
opens-
great, yeah.
It opens up a lot more career paths for me than just majoring in just physical therapy alone.
Yeah, that's awesome. That
Thank
sounds
you very
great.
much.
And then you said you wanted to major in computer science?
Yeah.
Have you always been interested in computer sciences? Or?
Yeah, all the so I've been taking like college visits with my mom like
Yeah.
all through this year. So like I went to like Louisville, Ball State. We went to like Bowling Green, Cleveland State, and I think that's it so far. And Howard University.
Oh, okay.
And so like all those, and we was like looking at their computer science programs, and like that's what really stuck out to me the most, really. So
Well, that's cool. Yeah.
yeah.
So, are you guys kind of sad that, it's almost towards graduation and you guys are graduating, getting ready to go off to, to the future, University of Kentucky or University of Ball State?
I'm a little excited. I would say it's bittersweet in a way,
Yeah.
but I mean, obviously, I'm a little sad that it's all coming to an end. You know what I mean? But I'm just excited for what's ahead of me and what's later in life.
Yeah,
more
of
than anything.
course. Yeah.
I would definitely say I'm excited. Well, let's see, Springfield, I mean, it's a nice place, but like, I just want to go out and like meet
Yeah.
new people and stuff, and like, so there's like more to the world than just Springfield and staying here. So it's like better
Yeah.
opportunity for us to get out.
Well, you both are like pretty involved in some things at the school, right? What has been like your favorite thing you've been involved with in Springfield High School?
I'd probably say the bowling team,
Bowling, yeah.
honestly. That's just, it really just, because bowling is such like not like one of like the mainstream sports of like
Yeah.
high school. So it really just, getting into that kind of is just funny to me. And I really just enjoyed the people I was around and not being in such a big group as opposed to like being on a football team with like
Yeah.
60 people, you know what I mean?
Did you get close to like your teammates on the bowling team?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
right,
It was
yeah.
very close, and just it was a really good time, and I really enjoyed that experience. in
How
high school.
long have you guys both been bowling for? Since freshman year or?
I actually been bowling since I was 8 years old, but then I stopped once I got to middle school and wanted to do basketball.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you did
Yeah.
basketball. Yeah. Have you been bowling for?
So I did basketball through middle school and my
Okay.
freshman year. So I started bowling my sophomore year here, and I've been bowling since then.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, your guys' bowling team, you guys did extremely well this year,
Thank
and
you.
it's so cool to like celebrate different sports other than football, like here at the school. I mean, we have a phenomenal football team, but it was so great that you guys got to go out and win the Clark County Boys
Yeah.
Championship. I mean, that was great.
Thank you very much.
Is there any advice you'd want to give to like upcoming freshmen or upcoming seniors, like my class in general, with anything for like your senior year for high school?
Do your work, really. Like stay focused and really like, I mean, you can be on your phone, but like really just pay attention, really. And yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I would say take all the CCP classes you can.
Yes.
Apply in everything you can for that, and just knock it all out of the way, because it's going to help you after you graduate a whole lot.
Yes, I do some CCP classes and they help a lot. Are you guys gonna miss any teachers here like that have meant a lot to you guys?
A couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a certain few. Like I really liked Mr. Wharton. I enjoyed his class a lot. I really enjoyed Mr. Robinson's class in my freshman year.
Mr. Robinson's, yes.
I liked Mr. Rudy a lot. I mean, there's just a lot of teachers. Like I would say like one or two every year that I would really enjoy.
Yeah, that's how it is for me.
But-
I've noticed like as I've gotten higher in high school too, like the closer I get with my teachers and the more they mean to me.
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Tristan?
I would definitely say like freshman year, like Miss Foltz,
I love Miss Bolts.
and my new math teacher this year, Miss Woodson. She came from London High School.
Oh,
Miss
wow,
Woodson.
okay.
Yeah, she's really nice. Mr. Rudy for sure. Yeah, like teachers all around over the years and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so you guys are seniors, you're getting ready to graduate, and you've both been here since freshman year, correct?
yeah.
What's been your favorite memory? Like if you had to pin down one memory, like football games, winning the bowling tournament, really anything that stuck out to you in high school. What was like that one moment that stuck out to you the most?
Going to witnessing like our football team going to state 3 times in a row, like
Yeah.
all the other like years and stuff, and definitely like record breaking with my bowling team, like getting close to be able to go to state for bowling,
Yeah.
and I think that's it. Like meeting new people every year. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And what about you, Robbie?
I mean, I hate to be redundant, but
No, you're fine. You're perfectly
but bowling
fine.
was pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed just making history for the school and just putting all of our names in the record
course.
books.
Yes.
And just it was just really nice to see that. And also I'd probably say just participating in like National Honor Society. I enjoyed that a
Yeah.
lot, honestly. Just I didn't even know what that was until my junior year. So
Really?
it was pretty nice.
Oh wow, well you
It's
got
pretty
it, and
nice.
yeah, you
It was
guys
pretty
have made
nice.
really great accomplishments here at Springfield High School,
Thank you
really
very
big
much.
impacts. Thank you everybody for coming, and we will be right back with other seniors that'll tell you about their senior year.
Welcome back to Cat Chat. I'm here with Sarah and Evie, and we're in the final stretch of senior year. There's 17 more school days left. How are you guys feeling?
That sounds scary when you say it out loud like that. 17. But I'm ready to be done with the 4 years that I've put into this. But
Yeah.
it feels like it's all gone really fast, honestly, now that it's done.
Mm-hmm. Think so? How about you?
I mean, I have a lot of the same feelings. I feel like it's also gone like really fast, but I'm excited to go to college and try something new.
Yeah, so speaking of trying something new, what are your guys' plans for the future at this point? We're staring right at it.
Right. Once I graduate, I'm planning on going to Clark State for a couple of years to probably get some like general education stuff, and then from there I'm gonna try to figure out how to go into a culinary school and go into doing that kind of thing. I'm looking to maybe do like pastry chef work.
Nice. What got you into that?
I've always loved to cook and stuff, and there's something really beautiful about being able to put together the intricate work and like present something to people to make them you can make people happy and spread that.
What kind of meal would be your ideal one to create for someone?
My ideal thing would be I like making little intricate things like little pastry designs and breads and such, and like pastas and stuff, how you make that from scratch and stuff. I love making anything like from scratch completely, It's a very gratifying feeling.
Yeah, very, very, very accomplishing.
Right.
How about you, Evie?
So I am going to Case Western Reserve University, and I'm planning on double majoring in theater and business management, and that's up in Cleveland. So
what got you into doing theater and business management? That's quite the combination.
yeah, so I've always loved theater. My mom did it for a while, and so I kind of grew up with theater around the house. So I've been doing it since about second grade, and it's just been a part of my life that has really solidified me as a person, and that I've been able to do in the community and in school. But it's not very realistic for a person to do performance for the entirety of their life as their one job. So I'm doing business management because I also really enjoy the casting aspect of it. Because it's actually not the directors who choose, it's not only the director's job to choose who is in the performances. There are specific casting directors who audition the people, and that has always seemed really interesting to me, to be on the other side of the table.
Okay, and so what do you really like to do? What do you really enjoy about acting in theater?
It's being on stage in front of a crowd of hundreds or thousands or whatever, it's so different from being in front of 5 people and being asked, by your grandma, oh, can you sing this song? No, that's terrifying. But it's also not me on the stage, it's the character. And then it's kind of like a different form of reading. And it's more personal, I get to experience that person's life and their emotions and their thought process, and then I get to present it to, we just did Beauty and the Beast, and so I was Belle, and I got to be this Disney princess for all of these little kids, and it was so gratifying, much like you baking stuff from scratch. Right. So that's really fun.
Yeah. So what, if you had to pick one memory from high school, what kind of sticks out the most to you?
We just closed Beauty and the Beast this weekend. So for me, it was opening night during bows. I come out and it's just the appreciation from the audience and from my fellow cast members was so gratifying, and we've been working on it since January. So it was a very long rehearsal process, and it just made it so much more worth it.
I see. both of you definitely just like to, like, really, how do I put this? You're both into like putting in like a lot of work, and you love the results that come from that. Would that be fair to say?
Yes, that is something I've noticed more and more through being here, actually. It's just that I will put a lot of effort into some things that honestly it can be a bit of a downfall for me because, like, you know, you get so many assignments and you want to put your whole soul into all of them, you know, like really put a lot of effort into these opportunities, but like then it's, you know, you can get overwhelmed really easily by trying to make everything your best and stuff.
And how about you, Sarah? What memory kind of sticks out the most to you?
Oh, my favorite memories from Springfield High honestly probably come down to the dances that I've been to here. Were really, really fun.
Yeah.
And like, because my favorite things about here have been the social opportunities, just being able to be in that like kind of more fun, casual setting with all the people here was really fun every time.
Yeah. How do you think that, how do I put this? Like, what people here have really had the most impact on you? Be it friends, be it teachers especially, administration, anyone?
Well, some of my teachers have had a really profound impact on my life, being like, sometimes like my biggest adult support in my life here have been my teachers. Like, for example, the English teachers here, Miss Miller and Miss Smith, were both super helpful and there for me and helped me really enjoy English more. And the same with like Miss Lindemann for history. There have been a lot of teachers here that have really opened my eyes to like enjoying learning more.
How about you?
I think teacher-wise, they've really impacted my teachers. Like this year and last year have impacted me a whole lot, especially because freshman year I was online for my first semester, so I missed some of that immediate connection. But yeah, a lot of my most recent teachers have just helped me so much. Like Ms. Feaster, Ms. Herring especially, also Mr. Rudy and Mr. Hambrick, and then my choir teachers, Mr. Kravitz and Mrs. Fowler.
Okay. So now that you're almost done with high school, what advice do you have to give to middle schoolers entering high school, or underclassmen, or to people who are just about to enter their senior year?
Be nice to your teachers, because they will be the ones who will help with writing letters of recommendation, and especially when you need that like adult guidance, they're the ones who will be there for you and will want to be there for you and will want to put in that effort, because that's part of the reason why people become teachers, is to help the future generations.
That is such a good point, because like making those good connections with your teachers is so important to just being able to get through school sometimes, I think, because like if you need that extra help, or if you just need that inspiration to want to be better at things, it's so helpful to, you know, you have a, when you respect your teachers, you don't want to let them down, you know, and because they respect you back. But that other thing is just stay on top of everything and don't let it slip, because once it starts slipping, it's so hard to get back to that place where you have it all like together, you know?
That makes sense. Now that we're almost done with high school, now structurally, what would you change about high school more generally?
It's been interesting to see them try to get the study halls to work.
Yeah.
You know, because every year I've been here, they've had a different way that they've tried to do that. Between they had the focus periods, and then it was just like study halls kind of, and now it's like this advisory period, and I still don't think it's together. So I'd like to see them kind of get a cohesive thing that stays for a couple years maybe.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. just kind of the irregularity of the years with the types of changes that they're making, because it's all been focused on different things. And each year, each class has had to adapt to something. I mean, each year has been very different, and we've had to change our behavior based on it.
Right, like I remember PBIS points were like the thing sophomore year, and now it's like.
So, do you guys have any other thoughts before we wrap up here? Anything that's like on your mind about this, about your future?
I would just say that, I mean, every school has its flaws, but I don't think that a school could have prepared me to be a person in a better way. Like, this school has helped me become my own self, like, so well.
Mm-hmm. What do you think has especially helped with that here?
I mean, I have cousins who go to this very prestigious school, and their experience is so different from mine. And sometimes when I talk with them, they are kind of blind to how the world actually works because they're surrounded by these other kids who have the same lives as them. Mm-hmm. And I mean, even in my own close friend group, everybody is different and everybody has their own struggles and their own successes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say, like, one of the most beautiful things that I've noticed about Springfield High is just how diverse everything is here. Yeah. You really can't get anything like it in the county. So, but thank you for watching this segment of Cat Chat, and thank you, Evie, and thank you, Sarah.
Of course.
Welcome back to the Cat Chat. I'm here with seniors Bo Helton and Avery Marstella. All right, so guys, we've only got, I think, 17 days left of school. How are you feeling?
Don't say things like that. Really don't say things like that to me. Dude, it's wild. Like, we're about to graduate. That's crazy.
Dude, I love Springfield, but I could not be more excited. Like, I'm excited to just be like done with schoolwork and enjoy summer, and
Yeah, and what are your guys' plans for next year?
I plan on attending Olivet Nazarene University in Illinois and running cross country and track there. I'm undecided on my major, but yeah.
How about you?
I'm going to Bowling Green State University. I'm going to major in integrated social studies education, so I'll have my education license 7 through 12 and anything social studies related. And then I'm going to minor in music, so technically with my licensure I can teach that, but also just continue my musicianship.
Awesome. Those are very different choices, obviously. What attracted you both to your individual colleges?
I mean, I grew up with music. Like, growing up, music was literally everywhere for me. It was something I always got to do, something I always got to listen to, and it meant a lot to me, and it really does. It's probably one of my most favorite things in the world. And it's unrealistic, I think, a little bit to try and put a career path on that. I think it's very hard to, and nor do I think that's what I would want to do forever. But I think that education is so incredibly important, and I know what I got from my education here and from, my teachers and stuff, and what I kind of have had with my teachers here, and they've been a huge part of my life, and they've definitely helped me grow as a person and help shape me a little bit. And with the safe space that they've given me, I kind of want to give that to anybody else who I feel like needs that. Mm-hmm. And also, studying the way people work is like crazy. Yeah. So social studies, it's always interested me. So I figure if I'm going to teach something, that would be great. But then also the potential to be able to teach music and help other people on their musical journey, I guess I would phrase it.
Yeah. Have you gotten any opportunities to kind of explore those interests already here at Springfield?
Yeah, plenty of them. I was in Mean Girls last year in the theater department. I played Damien. We just recently did Beauty and the Beast. And I help out at the middle school right now. I work with Mr. Kravitz. I go down there when he goes down there on Wednesdays, and I kind of help work with the kids a little bit. I sing with them. I work with your sister, and she likes me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I work with them. I'm in chamber choir right now, and I do my own music stuff on my own, but I definitely think I've grown so much this year getting to work with Kravitz and Fowler for sure.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And then you said you're running cross country and track. Did you do those here at Springfield?
Yeah, so I have ran track since middle school, like 7th grade and 8th grade got canceled from COVID.
Right.
And then I just started running cross country this past year, so I was able to like take a visit back in the fall, and I was offered free tuition, so it was like a really big deal. I just fell in love with their program, and their coaches are all really nice, and so they've allowed me to come onto their team, and yeah, so I'll start running in the fall, and very, very excited for that. So.
Right. And then I know obviously you've been the student section leader at the football games. Do you want to talk about what that experience is like?
Yeah. That was probably like one of my most like I don't know. Like I had a really fun time doing that at Springfield. Just like, and then the fact that we went to state like 3 times in a row, like that was really fun. But just like being able to like lead people and come up with like fun, creative ideas and stuff was awesome. And just like being able to like go crazy and like throw paint and just like be a goofball for like a couple hours was really fun. So I'm hoping to do that when I go to college too. Just kind of see how it goes and scope everything out. But yeah, it was a really, really fun thing. So.
Awesome. Yeah. And then, I mean, you mentioned you're in Beauty and the Beast. You're wearing the shirt.
Yeah, we just closed.
Yeah, I went and saw it. I obviously was there for senior bows, and I saw you getting a little bit emotional on stage. Do you want to talk kind of about what theater at Springfield has meant to you?
Yeah, it was definitely really emotional for sure. And even afterwards, after the show, after the senior bow ceremony thing, we walked out into the lobby. We were talking to everybody that had been at the show. And talking to those people after closing out my senior high school show, it was really emotional. It was very sad. But theater definitely, last year was my first show ever. That was my first theatrical production. But I had always kind of been interested in it, but I just had never done it. And I feel like theater, it helped me come into myself as a performer a little bit, and I think it helped me get more comfortable and really get into this other part of myself that I truly do love, and it's the thing I did love. It's music, it's getting to act, and it's getting to dance, and getting to do all these different things to put on a show, first off, that hundreds of people can enjoy, but also getting to come together with a big group of people. Our cast was 40 people. It was a big cast.
Yeah, I think the biggest show we've put on
in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was great to come together with so many people to make something that so many other people then enjoyed. And it was the same thing last year. It was just so enjoyable to get to come into more of, and it even helped with my musicianship for sure, with both of them being musicals. So getting to come into myself musically in a different way and getting to have different social interactions with people I probably wouldn't have thought to talk to.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I mean, you've obviously been influenced by what you've done at Springfield and your future. Avery, I know you said your major's undecided, but do you have kind of a vision of what you want to do after college?
Yeah, so I'm a bit religious, and I've felt a calling from God to be a missionary. So I plan to pursue that. I'm not sure how exactly I want to do that yet. I also paint a lot, and I do a lot with art, so potentially something there with that, maybe with communications as well. But yeah, I'd really love to travel as well, so missionary is kind of the perfect thing, so very excited for that. Yeah, just kind of see how it goes.
So I mean, have you gotten to explore those interests here at Springfield? I mean, art, music, or
yeah,
art
very much
travel?
so. So I've been part of Mr. Murphy's art class for the past 4 years. Just had him every year, and he's taught me so much, just on my skills and everything. And I've learned a lot from him. Been able to sell artwork and stuff and do murals around Springfield. So that's been really fun. And then with traveling too, been able to travel with Miss Sage and her class. We went to Europe last spring, and that was really fun. You were there, obviously, yeah. But that was really fun, and I think that kind of piqued my interest even more into just what's out there and just the differences of culture and just how people live their lives. So I think it's just something I would really like to be a part of and go out and explore.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then I know you're both involved in some IB classes at Springfield. Do you just want to talk about the resources IB has given you? Do you think it's prepared you for what, obviously we don't know what college is going to be like yet, but do you feel are you feeling prepared from college from those experiences?
I think the only IB class I'm in is IB Global Politics, and then I'm in AP English 12, and I did AP 11 too for English.
Yeah.
I think it definitely kind of gives us a glimpse into what the workload is going to be like, what the class coursework might be like, maybe the expectations. Obviously, I don't want to say, oh yeah, I think that this is perfectly preparing me, because I don't know what college is like.
Right.
But I do think it is a good stepping stone. It's a good kind of introductory kind of class into
all the different sorts of different assignments or whatever you might do in those classes.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, I think just in the last 2 years alone, like my writing has gotten a lot better, and just my understanding of like how like that whole process works of like writing papers, which I think is huge for college. My studying methods aren't any better, unfortunately, but no, I think IB overall has just taught me how to like think outside the box and really like come up with different ways to get things done, especially with like balancing with sports for me and just like the curriculum and everything that we have. So I think that'll definitely be a really good, useful thing for college. So
Even AP, I think, kind of starts to get you started.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, you both have come so far, accomplished so much throughout high school. Looking back at when you started, what's some advice you would give somebody who's entering high school?
I think that's a big question because, like, I'd have to think about like me as a freshman or like coming into my freshman year, like what I would tell that kid, you know. I think I would just say like your classes and the people that you get to work with within them and the people that you interact with and even your teachers, like they're all going to be so compound on the person that you become throughout high school, and you definitely will change. It's 4 years in which a big part of who you are is going to be shaped. So I think take advantage of all the maybe not all of them, but if you're handed opportunities, like it is a great thing to take advantage of those, because not only does it give you more of that experience, but also it gives you more to do, and it gives you viewpoints on things that maybe not everybody has, and it might give some more insightful opinions. Definitely find your role models too. I have definitely found my role models between like Mr. Reed, Mr. Hambrick, Miss Fowler, Mr. Kravitz, like, and that's coming from somebody going into education. So for me, it's a little bit different, but find your role models, find who to look up to, and
It's awesome. How about you?
I would say just get involved. Like for me, I've joined like so many clubs and like sports and stuff, and like there are times where like it's a lot and like I'm really busy and like it can be too much, but there are other times where I'm so glad that I've like just kind of widened my scope and like gone out of my comfort zone to like meet new people and try new things. So I would just say like just try new things and just give it your best. And I mean everyone is high school is made for us. I mean like the learning system is not supposed to be something that you fail. So I think like if you look at it as a perspective like I'm supposed to beat this, I'm supposed to win, I'm supposed to graduate, then I don't think there's anything that could beat you. So,
yes, that's a really good one.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, we've looked back. Now looking forward, let's say like 10 years from now, you're coming back.
That's a long time.
I mean, you're out of college, you're probably working, maybe you're in grad school, I don't know. You're visiting as an alumni. What's something you think you'd want to see at Springfield that's the same as when you were here, and what's something that you think you'd want to see changed?
That's a big question. I like that one. That's a good one.
I love the direction that our arts and like our music and everything is going.
I completely agree.
I think they're growing a lot, and I think that's a really cool thing. Like just with like IB art and stuff. I would love personally if the student section like grew and got stronger and stuff over the years. That's just something I hold in my heart a little bit. Big passion of mine. So I think there's definitely room for improvement in that. But I like what Miss Blair's doing, like with the Spirit Board. I hope that continues. And just I think there needs to be a greater drive for like passion and just I'm a big school spirit guy, I guess. Like everyone tells me that, but I think it would just be nice to see more people like energetic to like do more things and be excited to do things. I mean, like nobody wants to be here all day. Like school is. No one wants to do work all day. School is school. But I think there's like things to look forward to, and I think there's things to enjoy, like the dances, and, like prom, and like spirit weeks and stuff. And so I hope, like looking back, like there's more of that and bigger like drive to do that. So
I would agree. Yeah. And I do really like what you said about the way that the music and arts are expanding, because like in years past, it's like in a lot of schools, music and art are not very highly prioritized, and I feel like that's not cool. I think that it is amazing to see how much the theater program is expanding, the music program is expanding. Like, like I said, we had a 40 cast member musical that we just did, and from what I understand, chamber choir next year is supposed to be the biggest it's been. That's the top in the district, and it's supposed to be the biggest it's been in a while. So we have, and part of that is I think from being able to show from sports to music, we're able now to do things to preview that stuff for younger kids. Like we went to the middle school and performed after OMEA competition. So I think we're being able to expose, our younger students within Springfield to more of these things. So they're able to expand more, and I think we're able to get more kids involved creatively. I don't know why I started to say that way. But I think it's really great that we're able to do that because music and art and sports and anything like that means a lot to a lot of people. So it's great to see how well that's changing. I would love to see that continue, and I would love to see, like Avery was talking about with the school spirit, because I think you should be prideful, and I think there's a lot of things to have pride in about the school that we go to. Obviously, every school has its flaws, the education system has its flaws, as somebody that's kind of been able to look into it, but I think definitely you should be able to feel proud of the school and the opportunities that it gives you, because I went to KR my freshman and sophomore year, and Kenton Ridge compared to Springfield, there's a lot more opportunities that Springfield is able to give us because it's a big community, So I think it's a well-rounded kind of area, and there's a lot of different things you can do. So definitely that school pride is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot to be proud of. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for this. This has been absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you guys, and we'll be back in a couple seconds with the outro.
Welcome back, Wildcat fans. We are back. What a great show this was. Jenna, we got some professionals on our hand here.
Yeah, I think you and I are out of the business,
Hey,
frankly.
I might as well take my
I
mic
think
off
we're
right
done.
now and hand it over, man. We had some really great interviews. You guys did very well. Made me proud to be a fellow Wildcat myself, to see younger Wildcats out here passionate about their fellow schoolmates. What were some of the things that stuck out to you guys? We could just go across the board.
Yeah, I mean, I find it nice how pretty much everyone had positive things to say about how the school had impacted them, and I find what Evie really said about the diversity of the school. Well, I think everybody said something about the diversity of the school, just really having a big impact on them.
For me, I just liked, again, how they all had positive things to say about the school. And what also kind of interested me was when Hannah was doing her interview with Bo, and how Bo was talking about how freshman year and senior year, you're just a completely different person, but a completely different person in such a great way, because, you find yourself in high school, and I just found that really inspirational.
I just think it was so interesting to see that people who I've been going to school with since elementary. I mean, Evie and I have known each other since preschool. Just hearing her experience, and even though we've been together in school for so long, still our experiences were different. And I would echo the whole, the emphasis on the diversity of Springfield.
Yes.
That is something that I, looking back at my time in the district, have just been so grateful for, because I know I'm going to be going to Pennsylvania next year. I'm going to be in a different environment, but I feel like I'm ready for it, and I'm just excited to meet new people.
Yeah.
I really liked just hearing about where all of your lives are going to take you, right? And so you hear about Evie, who wants to do theater and business, and then Sarah, who wants to do culinary, and then we have Robbie, who wants to get into the sciences, and Tristan, who wants to do computer science, and all of these people who have these different aspirations, and Avery wants to be a missionary who maybe does communication, and Bo, who wants to go into teaching. Everybody wants to do all of these different things, but it's because along the way they've had some sort of exposure to something here. And just what you all are saying about the diversity here, that's also diversity in academics and experiences and opportunity. But then also, as everybody is speaking, the maturity and how I've seen each of them grow along the way, and just the nuggets of things that they're able to pull out, it just makes me, a proud staff member to hear everybody grow up and pick those things up.
And following my man Robbie, I followed Robbie since his freshman year. I mean, he played basketball for me. and I watched him grow out of athletics into bowling. Said bowling's my thing, and he worked for us over at UMedia. He's currently working for us at Paul Prince Print Shop. Make sure you get your gear at Paul Prince. Robbie does 95% of the work there. He's a great kid, and I'm excited for what life has in store for him as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is like such a sentimental episode, right? Because this is it. Like, this episode will air right before you all take off.
Yeah.
And so it is like so sentimental. I know, like big sigh,
No,
deep
it
breath.
is.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But it's exciting.
Yeah.
Because I promise, like, the best is yet to come for all of you.
Yeah.
But it was so wonderful to see each of you like pull all of those best memories out of each of our guests. And so I thought all of you did a phenomenal job. But for our two senior hosts, we have to ask also, like, what has been your best memory and best experience while at Springfield High?
I'll definitely say it has definitely just been like embracing like the diversity of the school. I didn't start out at Springfield High. I started out at Giza, and Giza's a great school, but here there's just like so many people. There's so many ideas that they have, so many backgrounds that they
Like
have.
New York City.
It's like the New York of Clark County, pretty much, you know.
That's a good way to put it.
And I think just taking that in over the last 3 years has been amazing. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big part of Springfield High School for me was being on the mock trial team. I've been doing it since my freshman year.
State champs.
Yeah, it was awesome to win state, but I mean, I think my favorite memories come even before we reached that level of success, because even before we started winning competitions, we had just overwhelming support. I mean, from every teacher, from you guys. I mean, you guys would push us out on social media and get the message out about what we were doing. So I really think every moment where a teacher has just congratulated me or let me make up a test with extra credit if I missed it because I had a competition, I just think it's that support that I'm going to hold on to the most.
It's awesome.
Well, I'm excited for both of you. And Zoe, we
Yeah.
can't let you off the hook without a question, because
Yeah.
now, going into next year, you are going to be a rising senior.
Yes.
So,
Returning interviewer.
Yes,
for our
oh
last
yes.
episode as well.
yeah.
Yes,
Zoe's
for
like
sure,
gone
for
through
sure.
the ringer now. Like,
Yeah.
she's seasoned.
Yeah.
So hearing all of your fellow classmates like share these things, what do you take now into your senior year? All of these pieces of advice that they've
Yeah.
laid out for you, how do you go into your senior year next year?
I mean, personally, I have been really close to the senior class this year, and I mean, it's been such a great thing to like watch a grade above you, to figure out what they like and just find out who they are. But one thing, especially with like Hannah and everybody, I'm close to Hannah, but definitely just the support of the school and the teachers and the staff. I mean, they've been so supportive and just really understanding, and I just like love them so much. And I don't know, I guess to just trust my gut and to do what I want to do, and just to find myself for my senior year.
Well, Zoe, we can't wait to have you back in these seats
Yeah,
next year.
thank
We can
you.
do it all over again.
Thank you, yes.
I'm smelling alumni returnees, and I'm smelling a whole type of a bunch of different episodes that we could grow into. I'm excited about this.
Oh, for sure. Well, really, thank each of you so
Thank
much
you.
for doing this, for your time, for your talents, for pulling all of those things out of your classmates, and for making this a memorable episode. I thought you guys killed it.
Appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you
guys.
guys
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Great job.
Thank you.
I think, Chris, it's only appropriate that they send us home for the school year. So would one of you like to say the final goodbye to our audience?
One of the seniors, you guys have to do it. One of the seniors.
Together.
Sure, just say goodbye. Have a good summer.
Yeah. Goodbye.